They're some of the biggest freshwater fish in the world, larger than a human, heavier than many sharks, and strong enough to tow a boat.
He says in this area he's caught catfish so big they bend his hook straight like a nail.
But these giant fish are disappearing, and I want to know why.
Where are these fish?
Now I'm headed up the Amazon in search of some of the world's biggest and least known titans. From a 15-foot air-breathing giant to a 400-pound monster catfish, I'm on a quest to help save the world's megafish. I'm Dr. Zeb Hogan, a conservation biologist. I'm here in Brazil to find and study the world's largest freshwater fish in the world's largest river, the Amazon. I've dedicated the last 10 years of my life to saving big fish in other parts of the world, but this is my first time in the Amazon. It's part of my megafish project. I'm spending the next 3 years on 6 different continents studying the world's largest freshwater fish. When I say big fish, I'm talking really big. The fish I call megafish are all over 6 feet long and 200 pounds, but some can tip the scales at 600 pounds and grow to be 15 feet long. Many of them are threatened with extinction. As I've traveled for my research, I've learned that many of these giant species are disappearing. Unlike big ocean fish, river giants can't get away from humans while they mature. That means they're exposed to more pollution, more boat traffic, and more fishermen. More chances to die before spawning the next generation. I've come to the Amazon to find out the status of its megafish and what can be done to save them. To do that, I head to Brazil, where I begin my search, as I always do, at the fish markets. I use the market as a gauge. It tells me just how abundant or rare the megafish might be in this area.
This is the best place for me to get an idea of what fish are being caught in this area. So I'm going to go have a look and see what I can find out.
I'm searching for 2 Goliath species here in the Amazon. First, the monstrous Arapaima, or pirarucu. It tops the chart of Amazon megafish at 15 feet and 440 pounds. It's one of the largest predators in the Amazon River. Only humans are a significant threat. Then there's the Piraiba, the largest Amazon catfish, measuring almost 12 feet long and over 400 pounds. Fishermen claim it's strong enough to haul a 15-foot boat down the river. But much is still unknown about the titans of this river. And Brazil's government plans to dam parts of the Amazon basin by 2010, potentially cutting off migratory routes for the river's wildlife. I need to find out if this will affect Brazil's megafish. Plenty of amazing fish here, but where are the giants?
I've had a look around the market and it surprises me. There aren't any big fish. I don't know if it's because I've just come here at the wrong season or there really aren't any big fish in this area.
With no luck here, I head to another market and a chance to meet with Amazon fish expert Dr. Ronaldo Bartem.
This is the young piraiba.
This is the young piraiba.
Yeah.
And this one, dorado.
Dourada. That species migrates from the estuary to the Andes.
These are the most common species?
That is the most common.
Dorado.
We decide to continue my search inside. There, we spot the remains of a fairly large piraiba.
That was a big fish.
But it's not nearly as big as the one in the photo I brought with me.
Has he seen a fish like this?
No, this is small.
He says it's small. Does he have any idea where we can find a fish this big?
Yes, Amazon estuary.
He says there's fish this big.
Here is bigger.
Here is bigger than than this fish.
Yeah.
Wow. Does he have any suggestions? Where can we go to see a fish like this?
The fisherman recommends that to find Goliath catfish, I should travel to a Clearwater tributary over 1,000 miles west of here on the other side of the Amazon. But what about the other fish on my list? The piraku. Dr. Bartum finds a stall selling them, all stretched less than 5 feet. But they can get 3 times this
This
size.
size, this is small.
Small size.
You can. It's legal to fish when you have 1 meter and a half, 1 meter and 50.
So this is illegal.
Legal. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have any idea how old a fish like this would be?
Younger, less than 5 years.
5 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
These piraku are illegal because they're too young to reproduce. Megafish grow fast, but mature late. Harvesting these large-bodied fish before they're old enough to reproduce threatens their numbers in the wild. And fewer of them seem to be reaching full size. I've seen grown-ups before at an aquarium where I got to study them up close. Really close. That's me in the tank, and I'm not sure how they're going to react. The piraku is one of the world's most unique fishes, and it's only native to the Amazon basin. It grows to lengths of 15 feet, twice the size of these, making it the giant of the river. This immense bulk makes them one of the top predators of the Amazon food chain. The piraku earns this distinction with its unique mouth. Thick strips of bone reinforce a 6-inch tongue. It's so hard, locals often use it to grate coconut and other foods. One blow from this rigid weapon pounds prey against the roof of its enormous mouth. And down the hatch it goes. Fortunately, these piraku don't regard me as a threat, but I do get a first-hand look at these big predators. They're slow-moving, patient, not easily intimidated, and may be headed towards extinction. There's a simple reason why. The piraku tastes good. Just 20 years ago, it was one of the most commercially popular fish in South America, sometimes called the cod of the Amazon. But a taste for this giant goes back to the 1800s, when both colonizing Portuguese and Amazon natives dried and salted strips of piraku. But if fewer of them make it to maturity, the species could take a nosedive. Fast. I'm concerned that humans may be eating too many of these titans before they have a chance to reproduce. But the Amazon is a big place. Where do I start?
Do you have any idea how I can find a fish like this?
In river, in isolated lakes, it's very difficult to go, and you need to fisherman expert to find.
So
this.
you don't, by myself, you think?
I think it's possible.
Impossible.
I think it's possible. So, but good luck.
Thank you.
I take Dr. Bartum's advice and travel to Messiana Island to meet up with a piraku fishing expert. Professional angler Scott Swanson has been fishing these waters for over 20 years. I'm told he's the best. If anyone can help me catch piraku in the wild, he can. Scott goes after the giants on a catch-and-release basis, so he doesn't diminish their numbers. He says the best place for us to look is in the canals and lagoons around the island. Messiana Island sits right on the equator, where the Amazon River empties into the Atlantic Ocean. The Amazon's current is so strong